Hi, welcome to Hack and Build. Today I'm going to be showing you my simple DIY fixturing clamp system. I designed the system because I wanted a clamp that I could use for both woodworking and welding, and there wasn't anything off the shelf that would do both for me. The clamps can be made for about $4 a piece, and they're really easy to make using simple tools. The only thing I use to make these clamps are a stick welder and an angle grinder. I'll start by taking the top off of the clamp with my angle grinder, and then I'll chamfer the edge a little bit. Then I'll go ahead and grind the face of the bolt down a little bit and mill a slot in the top. If you're worried about welding on the zinc coated bolt, you could soak this in some vinegar to get rid of the zinc coating. Once you've had those parts created, you should end up with something that looks like this, a ground down bolt with the slot milled in, and then the other piece where you've cut off the end and chamfered the edge a bit. And then you can go ahead and combine those and tack each side in and weld it up. I'll show you what that looks like inside the table. So we'll go ahead and stick our bolt into the hole here, then put this into place. And what I do is I'll just adjust the clamp here to get this roughly 90 degrees, and I just eyeball it. I don't measure it with a square or anything like that. And then I use one of these magnetic clamps to put everything in place here. And once I'm happy with the positioning and everything, I just come in with my welder and just go ahead and tack it in, and then continue on welding the rest of it after I've tacked it in place. Overall, I'm really happy with these clamps, the utility of them, and the fact that I can use them for both woodworking and welding. And the parts are really easy to come by. These are just the 6-inch clamps from Harbor Freight, and I picked up this hardware at Home Depot. That's a 5/8 inch 2-inch bolt, and these holes here are 16 millimeters. The reason I went with 16 millimeter holes is because that's what StrongHand uses on their Insertra clamp system. By using that same size holes, I figured I might be able to use some of their magnetic tool point inserts if I don't feel like making them myself. Beyond that, I do have some ideas for future expansion on this system. For instance, I mentioned Insertra clamp by StrongHand. They offer these magnetic posts, and what I figured I might be able to do is drill a hole in the top of the bolt here and then put in one of those neodymium magnets, which would give me a nice little magnetic tool point that I could use. But again, overall, I'm really happy with the clamps and how affordable they are to make, and they're really quick to make too. If you are doing a bunch of these, you could probably turn a few out in an hour, no problem. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thanks for watching.